Hi YouTube, this is my review on some of the Marilyn Monroe collection from MAC, which I think is taking everybody by storm at the moment. I ordered my products online as soon as they became available on the UK site, and they were delivered pretty much the next day, so I've had them for a couple of days now, and although I haven't tried them out multiple times, I have tried all the products, and I'm getting a bit of an idea about them. This is obviously a really popular collection, and I would have to say that I am glad that I ordered from it. I do like just collecting some of the items, but I have kind of mixed feelings because I think actually, although this seems to be getting rave reviews on the internet, it's really about selling Marilyn Monroe's image rather than anything to do with the quality of the products. And actually, strictly speaking, I think given that most of the products have a bit of a markup on the comparable other products in the range, it's really a bit of a rip-off, I'd have to say, unless, you know, you're a real fan of buying every item in one of the special ranges. Having said that, you know, I'm glad I ordered some of the products, and let me just talk a little bit about all of them. I guess I'll start with the products I'm most disappointed with, and that would be the eyeshadows. If you've looked at the range, you'll see that there are 4 eyeshadows in the range, and I think certainly in the UK, on the website, at least 2 of them are already sold out. There are 2 pairs, I would say, because they're quite similar, the 2 pairings in colour. There are 2 kind of highlightery shades, and the one I bought is called How to Marry, and this is a Volux Pearl. You can see the packaging with Marilyn's picture on the front. These are larger eyeshadows than obviously the normal pans, and they're more expensive. I think I should have looked up again, but I think they're probably $16.50. Let me look as if I've got my bill here. No, I haven't actually got... yes, I have the bill to tell you how much I paid for them. Actually, it doesn't say super usefully, but I think they're about that price, whereas of course the regular potted ones, I usually buy the pans to go in a palette, I think are about $11.50. Now this shade, How to Marry, I probably like the better of the 2 shades that I've bought. It's a reasonable, not brilliant texture with a reasonable payoff. Basically a highlighter shade, and you do have to pack it on really to get much payoff. If I had to liken it to one of the regular shades that you might be familiar with, certainly in my palettes, the kind of nearest I would have got to would be Floof, which is more golden and has a better payoff and certainly better staying power than this, but I would use this for similar purpose really, just highlighting. It's a nice shimmer, so it's okay. And then the other 2 shades, there's one which is a pearlier silver colour than this. Now this is showing up very blue on camera. In real life it's much more in the pan, a dark grey, so I would liken it most in the regular shades, a bit like Night Divine, although when you put it on it actually does look quite bluey grey. There it is, showing very blue again, more blue than it actually is. On my hand there now, applied from my finger, is much truer to life than the light colour that it's showing up on camera there. Now what I would say about both of these shadows is they are a bit too gritty for my taste. You have to really pack them on with a dense brush to get a good colour payoff. I wore both of them yesterday. I'd previously tried them separately, just going out in the evening, but I had both of them on yesterday for a long day. I wore primer, and I have to say this, which I had worn on my lid, was creasing very badly, really by midday. So they didn't wear brilliantly well. I think I'm getting kind of more critical about the quality of wearability of eyeshadows, and what I'm really looking for now, because I've got loads and loads of colours, and to be brutally frank, you can get really good colours really cheaply. What you can't get easily are shadows that feel nice on your skin, apply easily, even if you're not that skilled at applying makeup, and most importantly last even when you're not wearing a primer. And what I'm finding is that price tends to make a bit of a difference. And what disappoints me about these is that if I'm right and they're £16.50, they're nowhere near the lasting quality of quality shadows, not much more expensive, like Dior, for example, or Burberry, that you'd be hitting about the £20 mark to buy a pan of about that size, but getting a much, much longer last. Having said that, they're cute. It's really nice if you like collecting. But if you just want to get an item to collect from this range for the cute packaging, I honestly wouldn't go for the eyeshadows, but, you know, play with them at the counter and see what you think. Now, I also bought a blush. I don't use a lot of MAC blushes, so although I repeatedly try them out at the counter, I don't end up buying them very often. I was quite surprised when I got this by how small the pot was. You can see not much bigger than the eyeshadows. I don't know why that's priced. I mean, the blushes that I've bought have been in other collections. Here's one, a blush ombre from a collection last year, and you can see the difference in size, and I kind of expected them to be the same size, but, you know, there we go. Two shades on the website. This one is called Legendary. It's a satin. The other one, which was a pinkier shade than this, which is more coral peach than it's showing up, just slightly darker peach in real life. I would have gone for the pink, but it was sold out. When I got this and kind of tried it on my finger like that, I wasn't very impressed. Hardly any payoff. You just can't really see it. However, I will say that when applied with a proper tool, and again I wore this yesterday, it does give a better payoff on your cheeks, certainly if you're relatively pale as I am. It looked really pretty, gave me a very pretty basic flush, although again, no staying power. I had primer, but the colour faded pretty quickly. But it did look pretty, so quite pleased with that. I bought two lipsticks, and I would have to say, I think if you want one thing from the collection, then probably the lipsticks are your best bet. I'm guessing this one, which is the Pures... No, I'll come to the red in a minute. This one here is, put my glasses on, the Pure Zen, which is the only nude colour, may sell out pretty quickly. It's a very wearable peachy pink nude. Not a huge payoff, but a really pretty colour, which is going to suit a lot of people. Nice texture. It's a cream sheen, which is my favourite of the MAC formulations. Usual lipstick prices. I thought the packaging was quite nice, although I have to share with you, when I took it out to show some friends at dinner the day it came, two of them said it looked like a sex toy, but that may say more about my friends than the packaging. So it feels nice, nice basic shade. It's not going to set the world alight, but you'll probably wear it. And then they've got a good selection of reds, I think 4 reds. I'm not a huge fan of MAC reds. I've only got 1 or 2. But this one's a nice one. This one is, let me have a look with my glasses, Charmed, I'm sure. Is slightly bluer red than it's showing up on camera. but applies very nicely. Again, it's a matte. Some of the mattes are very drying in MAC, but this one actually not so. So I quite like it. Reasonable lasting power, as most of the mattes are. If you're looking for a sort of similar shade, as I say, I haven't got many MAC reds. This is Viva Glam 2 or Viva Glam 1, I think, which you can see is more rusty, but not dissimilar. If you're a Chanel bod, this is the closest that I've got, and that's a Chanel Allure in Passion, which is my favourite red. Streaks ahead, I would have to say, of this one in formulation, wearability. But they've got a nice selection of reds, so I think most people would find a red to suit them in this range if you're in the market for that. I also bought a white kohl pencil, which they are showing as part of this collection, although it's in reality just part of the permanent collection. I didn't buy the face powder, and I haven't seen it in real life because I haven't been to a counter yet. That might be a good buy because a lot of people are saying it's really nice, and you know, obviously it would show off the packaging to the max. I've just got so many face powders, I really didn't need another one, however nice, so I didn't go for that, but that might be an option. So, you know, I'm pleased I bought into this. They're cute packaging, but nothing special in formulation or colour. The eyeshadows are actually quite disappointing, and if I had my time again, I certainly wouldn't buy two of them, maybe neither of them, although, you know, I'll put them in my collection and maybe use them from time to time. But yeah, I'm kind of underwhelmed. I think this really is just all about Marilyn Monroe being used to sell very basic, fairly indifferent cosmetics with a bit of a markup. But, you know, they're selling like hotcakes, so who can blame them? Let me know what you think, if you agree, disagree, or have bought any of the other products and like them more than these. I'm going to make another video about some other products I bought from MAC, because in the UK this range launched simultaneously with the Karen Rotefield collection, and I'm much more positive about that, although I wasn't expecting to be. But I'm going to do that in a separate vid. See you soon. Bye.